Hello everyone, what's up? So in this video we'll create a Tic Tac Toe game in HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So let's see how we can create it. So firstly I'll open my terminal and I'll just create a new folder. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just create a new folder here and put a name as Tic Tac Toe. Okay, and let me open it here with the terminal and code dot. Alright, so this is my VS Code, and now I'll create fastly I'll create the files index.html and index.css, index.javascript, index.js. Okay, so index.html, I'll just use the template here. I'll name it as tic tac toe. Okay, and here in the body, in the body what I have to do is I'll create a container first. I'll create a div and make a class with the name container, and then inside this I'll create a h1 tag, and in the h1 let's make an id for this as heading and name it as tic tac toe. Cool. Also we'll need a reset button for the same when we are creating the tic tac toe. I'll create a button here and give this an id too as reset, and here I'll just make the button, and let me go live with the extension that I have already installed. So this is how it is looking currently. So let me put it here so we can do it simultaneously. Cool. And now what I have to do is I will create box. Okay, so tic tac toe has 9 boxes. So what I'll do hash container, let's name it as game box, and make a class with it as box. Alright, and box with the id and nine boxes. So now let me put it like this: 3 4 5 6 7 and here 8. I am starting from 0 since I will be taking, since JavaScript the index 0 I will be considering. So since we will taking it as an array, let's save this, and this will be it for here. Okay, for connecting the CSS, let me use link rel and style sheet with the href tag as index.css. Same for the JS we will do. Source, script src, and here index.js. Cool. Now I'll be going to the index.css, and let's give some CSS to this. Firstly, also give some values so that I can see some values here for an idea. Let's save it. So this is how it is looking correctly. So I'll be creating a root, and here I'll just give a background color first. Okay, I am just doing it in the wrong file in the index.js. I have to do it in the index.css. Also, let's see for the one of our template color palette. So let's choose a color palette for our application. Nope, not good. Let me do some popular one. Yeah, this one will be fine. Let me copy this and background color, and I'll just put hash. So this will be the background. Also I need a winning color. So this will be the winning color, or let's do this as the main background color. and let's do this as the winning color. Cool. Alright, now let's see. So this is our how it is looking. Okay, so for the heading, let's do the heading styling, and I'll just make a color as white. Okay, and now let's do the button. For the reset, just give some padding to it as let's say 10 pixel, and also let's give some border radius. So border radius I'll give 10 pixel. Cool. And now I'll also give some color as background color. So I'll be choosing from the color palette as this one. Let's see. Cool. Now let's style the boxes. For the firstly also let's style the container. So container was class, I believe. Yeah, it is a class. So I'll be using container as this, and then I'll be using let's do normal text align as center. Cool. And now I'll be making for the boxes. For box, let's do this for the uh, game box. So for the initial I need everything aligned. So what I'll do, I'll be I'll be putting the width as 450 pixel. Okay. Cool. And now I'll also put the flex here, flex as display as flex, and I'll also make the flex wrap to wrap. Okay. And let's give then let's make the box here, and in the box what I'll do, I'll firstly same thing, firstly I'll give the width here. So width I'll give 150 pixel, which will be divided by, because I need 3 rows, I mean 3 columns, so width needs to be dividing the 450 as equally. So I'll make it 150 pixel here, and I'll use display as flex. Okay. So after this I'll be using uh, height also as 150 pixel. Okay. So also let's put border 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 right as 2 pixel, and make it solid. So I need 3 ones, so it's not showing that as it is. Let's see. Okay, so here we have there is, I have in the game box, this is basically a ID, so that's why it's causing the issue. Let's make it as an ID, let's save it, and now it is working fine and looking good. Okay, so I'll just also use the font size here, font size as 120 pixel. Yeah, cool. And I need these fonts to be firstly let's create a border bottom to this, 2 pixel solid. Cool. Okay, so here's some issue, so let's make it 460 pixel, correct. And then I need the numbers and the text in the center, so let's make it as justify content center. Okay. Looks good. And now I have to I have to remove these extra lines in the bottom and the right. So let's do one thing, let's make it box, and here let's use box hyphen nth child, and like this let's make it as 3n. Okay, so here I'll just remove the border right as none. So this will remove all the borders in here. Okay, so let me refresh this and save this once more. Okay, so I don't need to give the space here, so due to the spacing it was not working. So let me uh, do the same for the bottom, but here I need to put n plus 7, as I need 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. So from 6 it should work. Okay, from 7 it should work. Correct. So yeah, so now the this is correctly has been done. Okay, so text should be white, so let me make the text as color as white. Font, yeah, correct, looks good. And now let's do one thing, or let's make it black itself. Black is good, no worries. Fine, since we don't need these things, and I can directly remove this now. I don't need these text. And let's go to the JavaScript and do the functioning part of this. So for the functioning, I'll first make let and make the heading text as document dot get element by id, and here I'll be using id, heading, and then I'll be using let. The reset button I have to do to reset, and document dot get element by id, and I'll just set reset here. Then I have to, what I have to do then is boxes. So boxes I need to choose, so let boxes document dot get. Okay, so boxes is a class. Okay, so get class name. Okay, elements by class name, and I'll just choose here box. Okay, so this will be required for now. After that, what we have to do is um, so let's make a okay, so let me do one thing. So firstly I need to put the moves here, so let x move. So let's firstly make the variables and all. So the x moves will be x, and for the 0 move or o move, we'll make it like this, o. And I'll also take a current pointer here, so that means the current player. So let current player is equal to, initially it will be x, so whosoever is the x, he will be the first one to move. Okay, so x move, I have just taken that assumption here. So current player is x move. Okay, so now x move is here, and then we have to start the game, right? Also I need to take a, an array for the spaces for each of the index I need to handle, so that like I can in like at the time of evaluating the move, who is winning the game, so I can do it with the combination of the particular boxes. So for it I need an array, so let's make an array of spaces, and new array, and it will have nine fields, and I'll fill it with null. Cool. And after that, let's start the game, and by creating a const start game. So here I'll be creating a function, and inside the function what I'll do here is I'll create I'll just firstly I have the boxes. Okay, so boxes, let's first see if I'm getting the boxes here. Save it and just check it here. Oops, in the inspect. So you can see I'm getting an HTML collection, so I need an array of it. So let's make it an array dot from, save it, and now I'm receiving an array. So you can see, So now I can I can iterate it. So let's iterate the boxes dot map, and I can just get a box from here, and in the boxes we can, with the box dot add event listener. Whenever we click on the box, it should have a cross sign or a O sign. So add event listener, for click I'll just make a click event, and I'll create a function for it, like box click. Okay, so let's create the box click function. Const box click, and here in the box click I'll just use firstly let's okay, so I have to use the firstly let's console it. Okay, console.log e.target id, since it will be given me the ID of the box that I've clicked. So let's save it and just see if this is okay. So it is start game has not initialized, so I have to initialize it first. Let's save it. Yeah, so it's saying E is not defined, so E should be here defined. So you can see 0 1 2 3. Alright, so this is working fine. So now what we'll do, we'll create a ID here, const or let id is equal to e dot target dot id, and now I'll with the spaces inside the spaces array that I have just created, I'll fill the values that are already being filled, so that the player won't get the chance on the same box to click it. So the click on a particular box will be only once. So I'll make a condition. So if spaces of I is not, then make the spaces of I id is equal to the particular current player value. So I'll make the current player, which will be x initially, so that x will be here, and I also have to show here the x value. So for it I'll write it right in this particular box. So I already have the e, so e dot target dot inner text I'll write as current player. Let's check. Cool, so this is working fine. Okay, so now what I'll do, also I have to make the change the player's chance. Okay, so once the X player has done his chance, the O player will have the chance. So for it we can use the current, we can update the current player as if the current player value is equal to X player, X move I mean. So in that case make it a O move. Okay, and if it is a O move, then make it an X move. So this logic will make it happen. Let me save it. Cool, working fine. Okay, so also let's create a for the clear function of it. So for the clear function, what I'll do, I have the reset button here. Okay, so let me create a function for it. Const reset command. In the reset command, what we'll do here is so basically firstly I'll need to remove all the values in the spaces array. So spaces dot fill, I can just directly put null. Okay, after that also I need to remove the values from here, from the DOM. So from the DOM we'll just take the boxes array and just map it out, and for the box I'll just create box dot inner text is equal to null. Let's check it. Okay, I need to call it also. Yeah, so let me do this here in the start game itself. Let me call it. So reset this button, reset dot add event listener, click, and the function as reset command. Let's save it and let's check. So this is working fine. After this, now we have to check when the game will be finished. So when the game, how will the game will be finished? It has some combinations. So what I'll when where I'll be checking it, I'll be checking it here. After the box has been clicked, I'll create let check win, and I will have a function as or let's make it is win, is win, and create a function as check win. Okay, and if is win, let's console.log it is win, if is win is there. So let's make the check win function, so to check the function who has won. So const check win, okay. Now here what we'll do, so we will have some various combinations, satisfying those will identify who has won the game. So let's find it, const let's create an array for it, combination 1, winning combination, and make it an array, and it will have 0, 1, 2, after that 3, 4, 5, then we will have 6, 7, 8, okay, and then we have a vertical one, 0, 3, 6, then 1, 4, 7, after that we'll have 2, 5, 8, and then we have a vertical 0, 4, 8, and lastly we will be having 2, 4, 6. Cool, this will be the combination. So what I'll do, I'll check the numbers that are currently here. Okay, so basically I'll just iterate this winning combination. For it, I'll create a for of function, and I'll iterate this winning combination. So when I'll be iterating this winning combination, I will be destructuring all the values that are currently here. So const or let's make it let a, b, c. I'll destructure the current value. Let's say if I'm here, I'll take 0 as a, 1 as b, and 2 as c. Okay, I'll destructure it. I'll make the winning combination iterator here, and then just a second, yeah. So in the iterator, I'll now check. I'll just have a condition if. So for this purpose, I have created the spaces array. So I'll utilize the spaces array here. So spaces of a is there if a is there, then and spaces of a is equal to spaces of b, and then and spaces of a is equal to spaces of c. So now if this is the case, then if one value is being like, if 0 is here, 0 and 1, 2, because every one is x, then x is the winner. So I'll just return the particular values a, b, c in an array, and if it is not the case, I'll directly return false. Okay, so now this here, so console log, let's check it first. Okay, so let me cross o, cross. So you can see I just got a particular value, correct? So now let's symbolize it. Okay, so let me make changes here. So let's see, so I have created, so I need to identify this, make a identification also that this particular person has won the game. So I'll just highlight this background of this x. So this one 0, 1, 2 will be highlighted. So for it, I just created a CSS here as this winning color. So I'll call this winning color in my JavaScript. So how I can do it, as let winning indicator is equal to so I'll do the compare get computed style, and here inside it I'll be putting as document dot body, and then I'll be using its style, sorry, get value, get property value, and here I'll be using that value as winning. Let me copy it from here just. Cool, and save it. So winning indicator, I just got the value, and now what I have to do is I will go to the here check winning. So here I'll use the I need each and every box to be colored. So is win, I'll just take is win and map it, since I am having an array of values returning here. So now here I'll just take box, and I'll be making as boxes of box that particular value dot style dot background color is equal to, let's make it a winning indicator. Okay, so this should be it. Let's save it. So let's make it this, and this. So you guys can see when I reset it, color will be gone, but the color is still here. So let me do one thing here itself. Let's make it box dot style dot inner background color is equal to none. Also give some CSS here as with the boxes. Here let me do some margin, also give some margin hyphen top as 20 pixel. Looks good. And one more thing I can add in the JavaScript, let me use the heading text. Okay, so whosoever has won the game, or let's do one thing, create identification here. Let me do one thing as div here as div, so make it ID as game1, save it, and make it upwards here. Okay, so now let's do some styling in this too. So let's make it as hash, I've chosen as ID hash game1, and here I can just put some font style, font size as let's say 10 pixel, sorry, let's make it 40 pixel, and color as white. Correct. So let's remove this from here, the text, and in the JavaScript let's call it let winner name is equal to document dot get element by ID, and name it as game1, and just write the name of the person as game1 dot inner text is equal to make it a is win, so spaces of box is the winner. So this will be winner game dot inner text. So let me see why it is not working. So winner name dot inner text spaces of box. Okay, let me do the console log here. Console.log spaces of box. Box is not defined. Okay, cool. So I have to take it as inside this. Let me take this and put it inside here. Let's save it. Box. Cool. So X will be shown here. So X1. Now let's try to make a 1. Okay, X1. And when we are resetting the game, let's remove this too. Winner name dot inner text equal to com. Cool guys. So this will be it for this video. Hope you like the video. Do like and subscribe my channel for more videos like this. So see you in my next video. Bye bye.